Right, July just started and I am starting my fall seeds. But let's talk about year-round gardening. People are under the impression that the gardening season is in the spring, and if you miss your window, then you're out of luck. And where I am in Western Washington, we can grow plants year-round, like many other people. It's just a matter of growing the right plants. I'm not gonna get tomatoes in October, but I am gonna get heads of lettuce and kale and Swiss chard. We're filling up our trays with seeds, getting them on our seed starting mats and getting them going so that they are ready before the frost to be transplanted. But the other point that shouldn't be missed here is you can grow things even if you didn't start in the spring, even if you don't like tomatoes. You can probably grow something in your zone. Grow stuff all year long with pretty minimal effort. You just gotta figure out what to grow. Reminder that if you hate asparagus or Brussels sprouts or broccoli because all you've ever had is from Walmart or Safeway or Fred Meyer, you haven't really had vegetables yet. I would caution you to give locally grown, frost-bitten vegetables a chance before you decide that you don't like something. I've got my trays, and we're going inside. I'm here in my craft room. It's where I do all my seed starting, and I've got my seeds broken into 3 groups. What needs a heat mat and a humidity dome, what needs just a humidity dome, and what needs neither. Now I've got a tray with viola and calendulas in it. And I've gotten to here, so I'm just gonna push my calendulas in and lightly cover. Next is a group of seeds that need the heat mat and the humidity dome to germinate. Important to note though that not every herb needs the humidity dome and heat mat. I've got a bunch of herbs like cilantro and dill that don't need either one. Herbs, I've got oregano, parsley, and lemon balm, thyme, basil, and sage. And for my flowers, I've got my Augustaceae. Look how tiny these thyme seeds are. Gonna do 2, and we want to surface sow these. We're not going to push them in. We're just going to put them on the surface. Okay, now that those seeds are planted, we're going to go ahead and get them up onto the seed mats, and we're going to get the dome on them. Okay, here we've got our 2 seed mats, and we've got our light. I'm going to slide them right under. And what you want, I mean, these lights are really close to the top, but you want the lights about 4 inches from the soil surface for germination. Last part to remember about seed starting is that patience is key. It can take these seeds up to 21 days to even start to germinate. So I've got to get the rest of these seeds planted in their right trays, in their right spots, heat mats turned on, and then I just have to give them time. Right now I'm also getting about 4 varieties per tray. I did only buy 2 heat mats because I don't want to have a whole bunch when I know that only certain plants need those right now. What I'm going to do is get all of my herbs started. I'm going to start my Augustaceae once my herbs come off the heat mats because I'm not selling those this market. Those are actually getting established so that I can sell them next year as second-year perennials. That's when they'll be really beautiful and ready to bloom. So they've got time to wait just a little bit longer. Okay, it took about 2.5 hours, but I did finally get through the rest of my seed starting for this first round of fall crops. Let me show you what we got. On the top 2 racks, we've got our humidity domes, and they're sitting on heat mats down below. They're both just starting to kick off with the humidity. Okay, we have herbs in both of these 2 top trays. Down here, we've got our flowers, our violas that need the humidity dome, but no heat mat, and then some of our calendula are in here. Swiss chard and calendula, dill, cilantro, and chives, a whole tray of kales, cabbage and cauliflower, and our last tray is broccoli and cauliflower. Start for the fall season, we've got peas, lettuce, spinach, and it's all coming up in about August. I also made sure to have enough plants that I could start my own in my garden for both my family and to sell, instead of plant starts, just to be able to sell produce in our fall market. That's it for today. I will do an update when these seeds germinate and we'll just track their progress. And don't forget, the gardening season is not just in spring. So go find your zone and go find what you can plant today to grow food for your family, to grow flowers year round.